up, guys? I'm going to teach you how to play Sweet Child of Mine the easiest way possible. Strap in, let's zoom up, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it if I want to do it easy. Okay, so for this entire lesson, we're going to fall back on one strum pattern. That strum pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, up. It's the most common strum pattern on the guitar. And here it is one more time. Down, down, up, down, up. The trick is to keep that swinging. So if you're having trouble, keep it swinging. And that's it. So rely on that. Let's go ahead and dive into the intro. So the intro is simply a D, a C add 9. If you know what that is, that's a G, just moved down. That link right there flashing up above is going to talk about the C add 9 explained if you're really curious about why that's called a C add 9. Anytime I say, oh, play a C add 9, you can always play a C major in its place. It'll be a little bit of a different sound, but either one's cool. I'll be playing C add 9 in my verses and intros. Okay, so anyways, it's D, C add 9, G, and then D. That's the 4-chord progression. Here's how the intro will go. It'll be one round of those 4 chords, and it'll be 2 measures each. That's it. So after one round of that, just kind of sets up the song a little bit. Then I will do the verse. Occasionally I'll lead in with the whole intro, but typically not. So I do have a lesson for that as well. Again, flashing above you now. If you want to learn the intro, that's fine. That's not what we're going to do in this lesson. This lesson's all about keeping it easy, simple, and something that you can sing and play for yourself or your friends. Anyways, I'll stop babbling, I promise. The intro is D, C add 9, G, D for one round. Now we're going to do the verse. Lucky you, it's actually the exact same thing we just did. I just do that times 2. So here's your verse. That's it, okay? And so that would be verse 1. By the way, that will be both of our verses. What you're going to do is just 2 rounds of D, C add 9, G, D with that simple strum pattern. And now after that verse, what we're going to do is the chorus. So first chorus is just A, C, and I'm going to do a regular C for this chorus, and then a D twice. And the entire thing will go twice. Here's your chorus. Kind of cool, right? Not too bad. Pretty easy so far, right? Okay, so just A, C, D twice. Chorus is done. Now after that, typically there is Slash's first little solo, and that goes over D, C add 9, G, and D. And that is an option. You can, after that chorus, just go right into essentially kind of what was done in the intro, I guess, just D, C add 9, G, D for one pass. And so that would be fine. I typically do not. I'll simply, if I'm playing by myself, just singing, playing the guitar, typically I'll just kind of skip those kind of sections if I feel like I can, because the audience isn't going to want to stick around for every little break when you're not actually doing the solo bits. Okay, and I would advise against doing the solo bits without the chords underneath. It just kind of sounds lame. Let's just be honest. So, what's my point? After chorus 1, I go right into verse 2. Verse 2 is exactly the same chords and rhythm as verse 1, which we covered just a couple seconds ago. So just simply repeat that. D, C add 9, G, D twice. D, C add 9, G, D, right? And then we're going to go into the second chorus. The second chorus is exactly the same as that first chorus we just did. Now the difference here is what is in between chorus 2 and chorus 3 is another lead break by the amazing Slash. In this particular lead break, it's D, C9, G, D twice instead of once for those 4 chords. And because that is the only thing separating chorus 2 to chorus 3, I actually will do that little break. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead, just to give you the example, I know I'm just talking a lot without demonstrating. So I'm going to do chorus 2, it's exactly the same as chorus 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and play what I would play during the break. So there'll just be kind of some chords here with no singing and no playing. Okay, I'll sing a little bit in the choruses so you can kind of get a context. I'm trying not to do too much of that. I'm not exactly a vocal coach, so I'll do my best. But here it is. It goes, it's chorus 2, this little break, and then it'll be leading into chorus 3, which we're going to talk about in a second. So here it is. Oops, sorry. This is the second chorus. And I'll simply play the chorus here. Just as if I was playing the intro. It's a nice little instrumental buffer, because we've been singing a lot. And then I'll go into that third and final chorus. The third and final chorus is actually A, C, D 4 times. Okay, so this time it's 4 times. And we're going to do a little fun thing on the end here. Okay, so check it out. Here is essentially the easy, short way of playing Sweet Child of Mine. This is how I would cover this last chorus. I would actually end it on the final D. Check it out. And again, I'll sing a little bit just so you can kind of get some context, but I'm not going to sing super loud. So here it's going to go. Again, this is that final chorus. I go for more. And then the final line, I'll do this. And I'll just end. I'll do 1 strum on that final and 4th D. And that's it. And that would be great. Now, I know that some of you are like, well, what the thing with it goes to this next section. This is a whole big thing. Yes, I know. And so that is kind of option 1. Think of that as option 1, okay, where we can just end on D. And it sounds great. I've done that in many parties. Everyone's like, awesome job. No one's like, wait a minute, man, you missed out on the, you know. So here's why I typically skip that. That's because this next part that comes in is just mostly soloing. Almost all soloing for a while until there's this little vocal breakdown of where do we go. So I typically would just skip that and not even go there because there's just so much soloing that I'm simply playing the chords and, you know, that's it, which it kind of gets old after a while. So again, option 1 is just end it on the D, keep it simple. The second option though, if you're like, dude, I really want that last little piece, it's my favorite thing, I know that I want to make sure I get that, and so check this out. I will do it sometimes. It really just depends on my mood. But what I do is I do an abridged version. Now keep in mind, I've got a PDF of exactly how I'm doing this song on my Patreon page. Just click that link below and you'll see it. But basically what I'll do if I'm going for the outro is I'm going to skip that first section where there's a big solo. Okay? I'm not even going to talk about what those chords are. I'm just going to skip it all together. And I'm going to go to the next section. So there's 2 different sections of this E minor based chord progression. Okay, I'm skipping that first chunk, and then I'm going to the final chunk. Here's what I'll do. Sorry for talking a bunch, but I'm trying to help you guys understand what I'm going to be doing here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building up on that final round of A, C, D on my last chorus. Instead of just stopping on D, I'll build it up. I'll actually change up the strum pattern. The easy way is to not change up the strum pattern, just do it twice and to go into the next part. I'll show you both ways. Here's the way I would actually do it. This is the final round of that chorus. Right? And so I'm doing some down strums on that to build that. You can feel the tension, right? Now, this video is all about making it easy, so do that, but the easiest way is to actually just keep the same strum pattern and do it for 2 rounds, just as before. An outro. Right? So the options are there. You can just do it easy like that and go into the outro, or you can build it. Right? So have some fun and play with that. Essentially, for those down strums, you can go as long as you want, really, if you're just playing by yourself. But it is in the context of 2 measures. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And then I'll usually like mute on my 4. I'm getting carried away here, but that is something else that you can do if you want to go for that extra level and building the tension. So that final piece is E minor, G major, A major, and then C and D. And if you were counting, you were probably like, wait, that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you would be right. Typically, there's 4 chord progressions, so what gives? Well, we're going to do that same strum pattern for E minor, same thing for G, same thing for A, and C and D are going to have to share, because now we've got 3 measures. We need 4 measures at a time, so it's going to go down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, so I'm taking the first half of that strum pattern, placing on C and on D. So the whole outro piece just looks like this. E minor, G, A major, C, D, right? And I'm going to do that for a total of 2 times going into it. And I'm not going to sing at all. It's just going to be kind of that buffer that helps my audience to see, oh, here's what he's doing now. Here's exactly what that looks like. I go for the vocals. Where do we go? Where do we, right? So that is the exact same chords on the whole where do we go now. Listen to the track, because that's going to really help to get the context of what's happening with the vocals. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, share with your mom, your friend, your dog. Everybody's joining and learn this song. All right, thanks again.